Okay, so for this one, again, our radical is already isolated, so we don't have to do any get this piece alone. So that means we're at the squaring step. So I will square both sides. You're going to be careful there to get parentheses around that. And then, oops, I don't need that. So the square undoes the root. So we have x plus 69. And on this side, let me do it over here so I don't run out of room. X plus 13 squared, remember that's like x plus 13 times x plus 13. And we'll do out our FOIL. So x times x is x squared, x times 13, 13x. Another 13x in the middle. And 13 times 13 is 169. And then I'm just going to fill that in down here now. So that would be x squared, 13x plus 13x would be 26x plus 169. Okay, so we got rid of the root using our square, and that gets us to the spot where we can solve. From here, so this is solving a quadratic, which is in 5.2, where I just posted the last video with a reminder on this factor, but I think this is where you're getting stuck. So to solve the quadratic, we want to get everything over to one side, so I'm going to bring this over and that over. So now that's 0, and this is going to go x squared, and then 26 minus 1 would be 25x, and that's going to be plus 100. Okay, so now we've taken this as far as we can, and we're at the spot where we're trying to figure out what times what would make this. So we're trying to make it kind of look like that again. So let's set up our parentheses. And we're trying to figure out what two numbers multiply to be 100 and add to be 25. So if you can see what they're going to be, great, just do it. If you're having a hard time spotting that number, which is generally how that goes for people for a bit, you can just make a list and you're eventually going to find the pair. So what makes 100? 1 and 100, and then 2 and 50. 3 doesn't go in, 4 and 25. And you can see what this adds to 101, so we're not even close. This adds to 52, so we're getting closer. This adds to 29, we're getting closer. And so then 5 and 20, that one adds to 25. So that's the pair that we need. So even if you have no idea what it is, it's okay. Just start doing all the pairs that would multiply to be the thing, and it's going to be on that list. At least for now, until we get to chapter 5. So here we'll do plus 5 and plus 20. And again, if you FOIL that out, it will absolutely come back to what we have right here. So then this is where, when we're solving this quadratic, we can now go x plus 5 equals 0, or x plus 20 equals 0. Bringing the 5 over, I have x equals negative 5. Bringing the 20 over, I have x equals negative 20. I think this was the thing I meant to say in the last video. When we're solving these, you don't have to write out this line. If it's x plus 5, it's a negative 5 that's going to make it 0, right? If this was x minus 5, it would be a positive 5 that would make that 0. So the factor, which is this piece, and the 0, which is this, always have opposite signs. So this is the how come, is because we're bringing those over. So the sign changes, to bring this over to this side, I have to use a minus 20. But you're welcome from here to just go negative 5, negative 20, and that'd be a bit quicker. So now we have to check and see if these are both legit solutions. So let me erase this stuff so I have a little more room. So here, if I plug this negative 5 in, remember you have to plug it in before the square because it's a squaring that both sides that picks up the extraneous solution. So negative 5 plus 69 equals negative 5 plus 13. So that would be the square root of 64 equals 8, which is true, it does. And then here, negative 20, if you've already watched that example for number 9, you can see right there, I'll write it out, but negative 20 plus 69 equals negative 20 plus 13. And right there, as I'm plugging that in kind of my head, I'm like, oh, that's coming up to -7. So that's extraneous. That root can't equal a negative. So that's kind of what you're looking for on this side, is if you can see that this is a negative, you don't have to go any further. You know that this one doesn't work, and that one's the only legit solution. Hopefully that helps.